Rumble.
We
Cheers,
are
bro.
live. Cheers to you, mortal sportsman.
We are in the thick of it, brother.
And I am
Oh,
chasing
baby,
that
are we
with
in the thick
white
of it?
grape peach juice. Oh, let me get it in.
What did you take? What did you
White
take?
peach juice. I had Captain
Really?
Morgan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the captain's a good fucking ride. But yeah, buddy, we're in the fucking thick of sports right now. Sports. NFL draft, fucking playoffs.
Sports.
It's sports. It's a circus. It's a ploy. It's to get your attention away from the bigger picture. We don't care. I don't care. I definitely don't fucking care. But we are tinfoil friendly. So if you got any good sports conspiracies, especially ones surrounding the draft, because we'll talk about that quite a bit today. But we'll also get into the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, maybe a little golf. We'll see if the Scrambler wants to hop on and talk Masters. I don't think we talked about Rory winning, did we?
No, we haven't talked about the golfing since Scramble was on.
I couldn't remember if when we had our boy Turks and Caicos on, if that had already happened yet, but I don't think it did. I think that was before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, a lot happened. UFC. I know you got some updates on that.
Oh yeah.
Where would you like to begin, sir? Should we get it out of the way now? Should we get the elephant in the room? The 40-year-old basketball legend elephant out of the room and what's happening right now in your boy's life?
The little crybaby bitch that's now 3-1 to fucking a 28-year-old. That crybaby bitch. That
he was getting pushed around.
You know why though, right?
Why?
Because he's going to get pushed out of the league, and then he's going to be pushed into obscurity because his name's going to get brought up in the Diddy case.
I don't know if it's going to be well. There's a chance that he can get bediddled. You got that bell handy? I don't need to ring it. Bing!
The fucking bell is broken. Until I get
the bell is broken.
Until I get my board with the sound effects. Gong. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Until I get my board with my sound effects, we're shit out of luck, man.
So your boy LeBron James.
After getting a fucking top 5 guy in the most ridiculous trade ever, and they're going 3-1 to these fucking guys. I don't know.
We talked about that trade actually in a previous episode. I said it was rigged from the inside from a Colin Cowherd comment he had made with Adam Silver a while before. I think it's Adam Silver. If it's not, fuck it, it's a Silver, the commissioner. And I was like, they're going to do something to spice it up because the ratings were so bad. No one was watching basketball. No one watches basketball in the regular season because it's literally a different sport. And holy shit, is that a real score right now? Cleveland is up 40 points on Miami.
Holy fuck.
It's 74-36.
God damn.
That series is over. It's game 4. They're up 3-0. Holy hell. That is just a throttling. I think it's the year of the Thunder, year of the Cavs, year of the number 1 seeds. These young teams, no one actually like talks about. I mean, they talk about them obviously, but they don't have a star player. The average person can't name a single player on either of those teams.
Well, what about
let alone the starting 5?
What about the Knicks? Every year
Knicks
it's Knicks year. Every year it's Knicks year.
They're getting the calls, that's for sure. That was a controversial. You probably didn't see it, but it was a controversial non-call last night in the Knicks game. It was a foul. The Knicks got lucky. They would have sent a guy to the line, I believe, to take the lead, to tie or take the lead with 3 shots, and the ref did not call it. Blatant foul. Knicks win pretty much because of it, and they're up 3-1.
Well, then you had it the other way with LeBron, where it was LeBron blatantly fouled him, and it was called.
Dude, so, LeBron James, this. I'm going right down your line, man. Fuck LeBron James. You know that about me. It's not like I'm a fan. I just respect the talent, but you know
what talent?
He had 0 points in the 4th quarter of the last game. 0.
He's a bum.
Like in the 4th quarter, supposed to be the greatest of all time.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I can't.
What if that young? Okay, so I've been seeing this fucking argument on Twitter, aka X, all day.
Yeah.
What if Kobe, or what if Michael, or what if Shaq fucking were getting pressed by a youngin? What would happen to them? I'm pretty sure Kobe would go out there and score 50 fucking points because of that guy. Be like, you know what? go fuck yourself. Give me the fucking ball. We're winning this game.
Or they would have at least tried. Like there's been
Yeah.
times where those players have in the playoffs. If they lost a game, they might not have had it, but they didn't get 0 points in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter.
Never.
Like none of those players would have
They
done that.
wouldn't
We're
be down
talking the
3-1.
all-time greats. Every single one of them: Kareem, Magic, Bird, Charles Barkley, for fucking crying out loud, Shaq, like all the ones you name, like Jordan. None of those guys they're not getting 0 points in a
No.
playoff loss. Like they'd get 0 points if they were up 30 or 40,
Yeah,
like
because
the
they're
Cavs
sitting.
are right now, because they're not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you had to make a bucket. Your team lost by a bucket. You didn't make a single one. That's just I don't know how any LeBron like stan or the diehards like our boy
How,
fucking Sniffs,
yeah.
like he-
How can you?
that's
Yeah.
atrocious. That's an atrocious performance. That's almost more embarrassing than Boston almost throwing another game to fucking the Magic, because Boston's way better than Orlando. But like the Lakers are getting exposed. They're just getting
Well,
exposed. You
and
can go
then
all day on
okay,
the Lakers being exposed.
so then you're talking about viewership and shit, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's gonna go way down if they don't get it.
how are you gonna fucking talk about viewership when your greatest of all time guy that are always debatable about the greatest of all time sucks ass and goes 0 fucking for fourth quarter?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't defend that.
And he went against another young rising star in Ant.
Yeah.
He's gonna be. He already is a star. He's better. They're saying like, what if he's just better than Luca at this point in his career? He
Yeah.
doesn't really have a super team around him. He's got the right guys. He's got a team. They
Yeah.
play defense. Like they have a role. Every guy knows the role, and they're playing it fantastic against the greatest of all time, as some people would like to make you fucking believe. But to me, Ant has taken the next step to be. It's really him and Tatum are the only prominent American players in the NBA left. Everybody else is international. Even SGA and the Thunder's from Canada. Like if they did a US versus the world
First
team,
state.
it could be the 51st state. I knew you were going to say that. Fuck you in the 51st state. I fucking hate that shit.
It's
But
fucking
anyways,
ridiculous.
I fucking hate it. Pissing me off.
You're not even
Anyways,
Canadian.
I'm half. That's not true. I'm half pissed off. I'm half laughing, half pissed off. That's how that works for me. I
Okay.
get it both ways.
Whoa.
What were we talking about? SG. Okay, so Luca's, European, fucking Joker's European. Who else?
Jake.
Giannis, like they're all foreign.
Yeah.
So the Ant is pretty much it at the current state, or a young buck that's coming up and going to get drafted next year, and we'll probably cover him when that time comes around. Cooper Flag,
Okay.
Coop from Duke. He's going to be the truth,
Okay. Coop from Duke is going to be the truth. Put
and
that
Jason
out
Tatum, but
there.
he's kind of lame. So it's like I don't, and they win because they're the best team. They have the best, by far, the best team.
All right. LeBron sucks. What do we got on the NHL playoffs?
NHL playoffs have been lit. We have some fantastic fucking rivalries in round one. Um, I'll say the one that surprised me the most though has been the Caps Montreal series. Did you see the clip of Tom Wilson and Anderson going on the bench?
No,
You didn't see that? Pull that up for the viewers if you can.
I will try.
Just look up Tom Wilson bench. This happened right at the end of the first or second period, I believe, game the other night. It's a chippy series, but I mean Washington's the way better team. You see that in the first round. You got Tampa. If anyone's got a second TV or working on a TV right now, Tampa and the Lightning just came out. If you're watching basketball, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's 82-38. So
Oh,
like if you have that game on right now, you're a sick individual. And there's a very good hockey game going into the third period right now in Sunrise, Florida. Shout out Kieran Spiracy, our designated Florida man on the scene. Did you find it? Tom Wilson on
I'm
bench.
looking. Okay, there it is. Hang
So other than that, I think
on. Oh, hang on. Hang
Edmonton's been a bit of a disappointment, but they pulled one off the other night, so they're tied 2-2 with the Kings. The Avs got a tough one tonight against Dallas. I've liked the Avalanche because they have two of the best, I'd say 3 or 4 players in the league. It's not particularly close. Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. Kyle Makar. Knew I was going to say that. I'll take a shot.
All right.
Yeah,
Ready?
so this is rate. Can you full screen it?
Gives Montreal
I don't think so.
That's fine.
the advantage with 20 seconds to go. 20 minutes to go in regulation. 20 minutes left.
Tom Wilson is a
Fired up
thug,
again as they were
but
crossing.
he knows how to play the game.
It's
He goes,
Anderson
hey,
and
I'm going to
Wilson
get
who
you
are
on
ready
my
to
bench.
drop the gloves. On the bench with the linesman.
And in my opinion, the referees have lost this game already because the amount of
This is
shots
old-time
that we saw
hockey,
in the
my
last
friend.
little bit of play here, they didn't take care of it, and now it erupts onto the bench. These two guys are probably going to get tossed for the night. But
Nope, they didn't. They came right back out. They got
take
10-minute majors, and they
situation
played the rest of the game.
and take it down. You cannot
Which
allow
I was
this to
surprised.
happen.
Over, Alan.
The referees have to end this, and the Capitals have to keep their composure here.
There's not
One
really
time
much
after
else that
another,
happens
you
here.
see
They fucking.
He actually looks over at the guy and gives him the boo-hoo face. He's like, ooh. I'm sure he's like, ooh. Like he knew he was on TV. He goes, I just dragged a man onto the bench in intermission. Yeah, that just happened. And they did not kick them out. I was like, they're probably going to get kicked out, suspended. 10-minute majors. You boys sit there and think about what you did for half the third period. Then we'll let you come out. We'll let you come out. You're imprisoned. It really is like prison. And for anyone who hasn't played hockey, if you played hockey, you know you're playing a game that emulates a lot of the aspects of life, effort, leadership, teamwork. It's all, every sport is like that. I got to go too into detail for that. But football, you get a flag, you hurt your team, whatever, you're penalized. Baseball, you just get kicked out or whatever. I don't know. Make a foul in basketball, please. Sometimes you have to sit down on the bench and you're done for the night because you were naughty. But in hockey, you're in a penalty box. It's a simulation of a jail cell. Okay. Now, I'm not going to get into detail, but I've spent time in both. But during the game of hockey, you're like, shit, sometimes I did something wrong. Other times you're like, I got a major penalty. So you're in there for a minute. You take your fucking helmet off, your gloves, you sit back, you're like, I got to watch half the fucking period in here. Like those guys, I'm surprised they didn't come out and fight. In the playoffs, you don't really see a whole lot of fights. You see brawls. You see that scuffling after every single whistle. Guys really at each other's throats because they know what's at stake. The chance to put your fucking last name on a trophy forever. And that's what it's about. And that's why they fight for the right to raise that fucking cup.
To party.
You gotta fight. And then if you're fucking party too hard, into the fucking box you go,
Into
you
the
criminal.
box.
Into the box you go, you criminal. This is for saying Cole Makar. It is Cale Makar. He is the third best player in hockey as a defenseman. Yes.
Okay.
So, NHL playoffs. Have you been watching
None of it.
any particular series? You just don't even watch none of it?
I'm fucking getting my baby's room ready, man. It's fucking.
You've been baby rooming it up. I know. I have been gambling a bit too much on the NBA. I think I should dip my waters back into hockey. Now I was crushing it at the end of the season in the NBA. You know this. You got me onto the app.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it's called. If you knew, free plug, whatever.
Smarter's app.
But the prop bets for basketball are easy in the regular season because no one plays defense. Like the scoring props are way easier. The playoffs, you don't know what's going to happen. Some guy might have just gotten the worst news of his life, and he's going to play like a fraud and get like 4 points, even though his over is like 15 or 20.
Yeah.
And then guys get hurt. Hemi Butler went down a couple of games ago. My boy Hemi, I got him tonight, 30 plus. Take that shit live. I'll reimburse one lucky fan with my winning bet. Hemi Butler over 30
so you're fucked.
plus 600 on DraftKings.com. That's a free plug for DraftKings. That is my. You got any bets in tonight? Got any first goal scorers?
I'm taking that bet. I'm a viewer. Fuck you. You're fucking.
You're taking my bet.
Reimbursing me, bitch.
You're tailing me right now, live on the pod.
Oh
you fucking scoundrel.
What team does he play for?
The tailing in this competition is a dirty man's game. I'm just going to put this out there. For those of you, the 4 odd viewers that were listening right now, we are in a gambling competition that's year round. We're going to patent this at one point. It's called Fantasy Gambling, the Parlay of Princes. So you have 4 bets a week, 3 of those bets are worth pretty much face value or 10 units. So you consider yourself a plus 150 bet is worth 150 points. And then there's one bet at the end of the week, which or whatever you want. It's a lock worth double. You hit a couple of bets this past week. I hit a dry spell after some very successful weeks of golf and a few others, but mostly golf.
Plus 650.
Plus 650 now?
Plus
Oh, that's
650.
horse shit. You get the extra 50 if it hits. You fucking dick. And you did this live on a pod.
And place bet. There it is. All right.
This was just supposed to be for the listeners, not for the competitors of the fucking league, especially the one co-hosting it. Like if one of the other competitors was listening
I just took it
and
on.
they tailed me, that's fine.
I'm not
You right
tailing you
here
in the
talking
comp.
to me fucking tailed me.
I'm not
That's
tailing you in the
sacrilegious.
comp. I'm tailing you in with money.
Oh,
So
you're not tailing me in the comp.
I'm not tailing you in
Oh,
the comp. That'd be bitch.
okay. I was gonna say I thought you were about to undercut, which you could 50 points because if it hits, then it's up to you if you want to take that bet. But yeah, I like to me it's the it's the players that come back from injury. Let's put it this way for the Himmy Butler bet. Now he was out, he was hurt, he got kind of hacked up, whatever, and they won without him. It was kind of like, okay, this is the game the Rockets should win because it's just Steph Curry. It's just the rest of that not really great team. They don't have Himmy there. Well, they won, and people talk today. They talk, they're like, Steph is the man. He could do it. Himmy Butler's going to come back tonight and drop probably 40. And they're going to, I think they would either close it out or no, it would get him to 3-1. That would get him to 3-1. And I think he's going to come out and fucking ball. To show them why he's different in the playoffs. He is a different player. He is playoff Jimmy. Himmy that 600 points. It was fucking 800 on FanDuel.
Well, can't shop points. Sorry.
No, but I'll make more money on it.
Maybe when the app is up, we can have it give you the best odds.
Yes, sidebar. I talked to the web developer. We'll have to talk about that after we wrap up today. But I saw him this weekend, so
awesome.
Got a good update. We're coming along. It's going to be very communicative from now on.
Awesome,
and it's going to be good. So yeah, fantasy gambling that's coming next year, 2026. Brought to you by Leaving Earth and the Parley of Princes.
Bro, I'm so
at the King Arthur's Court. It's a mouthful. But that is what we're doing. Yes. So you haven't watched any hockey.
Nope.
Oop, we might have a high stick up here on Tampa power play. I don't know. Is there blood? 4 minutes. He's trying to find some blood. He's like, is it blood? Is it blood? Get an extra 2 minutes. Hockey's just savagery. If it bleeds, double it. Send him into jail for 4 minutes. Yeah, that was a dirty play. That was a little side twat little slap there.
You think the Lightning are gonna score on this power play?
It's actually going to be Florida on the power play.
Florida on the power play.
I do think they're going to score. It'll be Sam Reinhart in front of the net.
Won't let me take
Sam Reinhart goal is probably the best bet you could take right now live. Yankees are having a pitcher's change.
370.
I got live updates here in the Cleveland-Miami game. They are currently up 45 with 5 to go in the third quarter. You can go ahead and turn that off and put the hockey game on, folks. All right. So you didn't watch any fucking hockey, so we might as well not talk about it. Did you watch the draft?
No.
You didn't watch none of the draft?
No.
So you have been baby mode you've been just dormant, I would say, on the sports front. Okay.
The only bet that I've hit was UFC. This is the only thing I watch because it's late at night. I'm already done. I'm already half cooked.
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. I'm ready to go. It's 6:00 p.m. on Saturday. I'm done. I'm watching the fights. She knows
you have it. All you need is on your phone. It's just like, just have it in your ear. Like, it's just like, oh, there's a game on. Who's playing? Okay. What's the line look like? Okay.
Have to talk to the wife. Like,
so yes, that's true. And I'm not exactly a perfect sports watcher myself or the draft watcher. I'm just kidding. I obsess over the draft. I know everything about the draft. I know the players that should have been picked, the players that are surprisingly the ones that dropped. And I also have the inside scoop on Shedeur Sanders.
The inside scoop.
What did I say? The outside scoop?
No, I'm saying you have the inside scoop. You.
I have the inside conspiracy.
Oh,
It goes
okay.
back a long way. But anyways,
Okay.
what do you want? Do you want to hit any other
Let's go with
of the
Shedeur
playoffs?
first. Let's go with Shedeur first.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
on the Shedeur side, there's an old saying, right? Something about apples and something about trees.
yeah.
Now the problem is the apple that falls from the tree really as talented as the tree itself? Let's be honest.
Technically, if the apple falls from the tree, the apple is rotten.
Well, that's a good analogy. I wouldn't go the full side of rotten, but let's just say he's his own seed that fell from this tree, and it just ain't the same level of talent. So, I mean, I watch it just as much as anybody else does. And people had kind of convinced themselves he was good. He's good. He was probably, to me, the third or fourth best quarterback in this draft, but there were no good quarterbacks in this draft. Maybe one. Maybe Cam Ward is good. He went one overall. Everyone was very sold. They're like, he's going to be the number one pick. He's the best quarterback.
Which immediately erases all of the racist comments. Go fuck yourself. It's not about
Yes.
fucking racism. Jeez.
Oh, no, I'll get into that. So, Shedeur Sanders, goes to
Legendary. Squared.
Originally, he goes to I can't remember. It's not James Madison. I can't remember the school that he had coached at before. It's one of the HBCUs. He goes there after being coached by him through like Pop Warner high school. He's only known his dad as his coach. That's it. So like when you're talking about like little LeBron, Bronny, same thing. Like we're talking the same thing here. Okay, Bronny is never going to be an NBA All Star, and Shedeur is never going to be a real NFL quarterback. So as soon as people can understand that, the faster we can get back to the important shit, which is like who's actually got a shot at winning it this year. Who's going to be the fantasy out? Who's going to be the rookie that's really going to take it over the top? Because all they talked about, and I felt bad for anybody that got drafted this year because they just glossed over their pick and they're like, why didn't they take Shedeur? Oh, why didn't they take Shedeur? Why did they take Shedeur? The ESPN broadcast is going to live in infamy this draft year because Mel Kiper was just dying on the hill of every single pick should have been Shedeur Sanders. It was embarrassing. It was it really was one of the most spectacle things to watch. It's why I was so hooked because I was like, when's he going to go? Like everyone thought he was going to be, I knew he wasn't going to be 3 because if you're a rational GM and a rational coach, like the Giants do have, surprisingly, Dable and Shane, I think you just like at that point, you're just completely like, okay, if he doesn't go 3-21 to the Steelers makes the most sense. I was, jabbing on the swigs and chugs all fucking week. I'm like, you guys are going to get Shedeur. You guys are going to get him. Didn't get him. I was like, he might come back around. When they passed again, rip. When he fell through the second round, it was over. It was in the clear. It was like, okay, all these videos start coming up.
Yeah, you look at the video of him and Cam Ward at the combine, and
that's the one I'm talking about.
You can fucking see exactly why no NFL team wanted him. Yo, come rap for me. I'm a football
we should make a song. He goes, I'm a football player.
I'm a football player.
He goes, no. He goes, what? Don't you do anything else? He goes, I play football. That is what you want to see. Everybody else that's going to complain and cry about the fact that it's like it's a conspiracy, it's an inside job, the NFL is racist. No, there's no race involved because every other player that's picked is black. Like
there's no.
The problem is, and this is the funny thing, is that there are people that have been considerably done worse things than Shedeur. That is true. No. I'm talking about in this draft.
Oh,
a lot of sexual assault fuckers, and people pick them because that apparently outweighs his behavior is Shedeur Sanders, and it's like, what one can we deal with more? Well, this guy made a mistake, and he owes us pretty much his life.
Yeah.
Our lawyers will get him out of it, and he'll play football for us. And if he's a good player, we'll support him. If he's a bad player, we'll ship him off somewhere else. There is an aspect of a lot of what people think about this as a slave type operation. Unfortunately, these people get paid millions of dollars, and you should never, ever, ever compare the two of those. Every time you see someone say that, immediately discredit anything they ever have to say ever again, because these people are not forced to play football. They are selected by a team and then paid handsomely for it.
In a fake currency, but it's okay.
Well, some people get Bitcoin. There was a few contracts in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Some people made a lot of money in it, and some people lost a lot of money in it. So, yes. But at the end of the day, they're paid very, very well to do what they do. And to me, the Shedeur thing, it stems from the fact that from the top of the apple, the tree, who is Deion Sanders prime, Coach Prime, one of the greatest athletes of all time, baseball, football, legend. Like he does shit no one else really could ever do at his level. But his son is a B minus quarterback at best, and probably closer to a D plus quarterback in reality in the NFL. He's not big enough. He doesn't throw the ball hard enough. Doesn't really move that fast. He's pretty much Kenny Pickett.
Doesn't have a long ball.
He's pretty much Kenny Pickett. Like, like intangibles, maybe like clearly didn't show maturity. Like he clearly didn't show maturity with any of these interviews. Clearly didn't, like, any NFL team was like, I'm not touching this kid. Like, I know we got to deal with his dad who's going to be down my back trying to get my job the whole time.
Yeah.
There's everything about it was a disconnect between the NFL itself and the media apparatus that operates around it. And the NFL owners and scouts and all that somehow, some way, did not leak the fact that no one was picking him. Because for months and even longer, they're like, he could be a top 3 pick. He's definitely going in the first round. If he doesn't go in the first round, he'll go in the top of the second round. Just, he's
what he dropped to 5th?
The 5th round. The whole apparatus of NFL media was compromised by Prime, by PR. They didn't want to piss him off, and they probably all got paid.
Yep.
Because if they actually watched the same tape that scouts and other people watched, they wouldn't have ranked him as high or as valuable as they think. And then you add on the stress of who he is and what he brings.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thank you, chat. That was pretty much the whole gist of the fact that, like, he's getting paid. Deion's paying pretty much everybody to push a story that this kid's going to have to go high.
How about the fact that he didn't play anybody?
Well, he also had Travis Hunter, who was the Heisman Trophy winner. Went number 2 overall. Jags gave up fucking loot to fucking move up to get him, and I hope he's good because they gave up a lot for him. He's technically 2 different players.
Guy, right?
Yeah. So how much of that was him? And some people don't remember this, but Johnny Manziel, do you know who his wide receiver was back in the day?
No.
Mike Evans.
Oh.
A perennial 1,000-yard receiver in the NFL. It's going to get a gold jacket someday.
Where's Johnny Manziel now?
Probably doing drugs.
Kmart?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He's somewhere off in the distance, but these are the comparisons that I would make to Shedeur Sanders over what other people were making of him. He was never going to be a star. This wasn't a good quarterback draft. Like, here's the other thing. I would go through, like, the winners and losers. I don't think I necessarily have to rank them, but here's pretty much where I would go with, like, winners and losers. So, what do you want first, a loser or a winner?
Loser.
The Saints. The Saints are butt cheeks. Like, they are an awful franchise. I think they went either tackle, D-tackle, or offensive tackle. It was a huge tackle draft. It was all in the trenches. Every good player's in the trenches. A couple good receivers, but not many. A lot of decent running backs, but you don't take a running back high unless it's a Genti who's, like, franchise changing. The Chargers got Omarion Hampton at 22. Great pick. He was like the 10th best player on my own big board. Like I thought people were going to take him I thought the Cowboys were going to take him. But you need a good offensive line for anybody to run. That guy's going to be a monster for the Chargers. Him and Najee Harris, like that team's going to be elite. The biggest loser, though, I'll go back to the Saints, is the fact that you had a chance to come out of this thing with a stud in any one of the rounds, or to take a shot at Shedeur if he's going to be a little bit better than the other guys. Because honestly, I think he's the third best quarterback. I mean, it wasn't a good draft. It was basically Ward, Jackson, Dart, and him. And the Saints took this guy who had his dog in the celebration. If you caught that clip, like the dog hopped up when he got drafted and started fucking like going nuts. I think his last name is like Blau or I can't even remember. He's Jackson. Nah, I'm butchering it. I'll take a shot for it. But his tape at the combine looks like me or you out there. Like he has this move where he goes to the left and just kind of like flicks it, and it goes like 10 yards away from where the receiver is. And like that guy is who the Saints got instead of Shedeur. I'm like, man, at that point, fucking take him. That guy can't throw a fucking football. You took him over him. It was almost so that, and that to me is almost the conspiracy to me is like the NFL just sat back and said, we're going to laugh at the story of the draft the entire offseason while we're actually thinking about who we're going to pick with our picks. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. The NFL brass, coaches, GMs trolled the media.
I don't think it was them. I think it was owners. I think the owners called everybody and said, get him off the fucking board.
So the owner's collusion would be a bigger story. That would go well beyond. Maybe he caught wind. Maybe the owners caught wind of what was happening, that he was paying the media members to hype him up. And the Giants brought him out for a second workout. I know we're getting back into the Shedeur thing. We're supposed to be talking about winners, losers, but it's too big of a deal. To me, the Giants made the most sense, but to trade back up. So when they traded back up, I expect, I was like, all right, this is where the Shedeur comes. And they took Jackson Dart. So the Giants are one of my winners. I like that for transition. The Giants got Abdul Carter, who should be a gold jacket pass rusher by the end of his career. Probably the best player in the draft, pure player. To me, Travis Hunter gives you the duality and complete athleticism, but he's kind of small and like not really 100% sure if it's going to totally transition. He'll be a good player in the NFL, but like I don't know if it's going to totally transition. It could. He could be one of the greatest of all time. Sam Ward was just the best quarterback. We'll see if it works out. He went 1. Number 3 was Abdul Carter. He is a beast, but he needs surgery. He doesn't want to get it because he's like, I don't need it. I'm a beast. And the team's like, you probably need surgery. And he's like, I don't need it. I want to fucking sack quarterbacks. So you watch him at Penn State. If you ever watched the Penn State game this year, and they were good, they made it quite deep in the playoff. He was noticeably the best player on the field every time he's in the backfield. They probably led the Big Ten in least points allowed because this freak was just in the backfield every single fucking time. So the Giants got him at 3. Everyone's like, Shedeur. Fucking Abdul Carter, bang, trade back up into the first round. And instead of taking Shedeur, take Jackson fucking Dart, who I think is the second best quarterback in the draft. And the rest is history. Now Shedeur's a fucking Brown, and he's got 5 other fucking quarterbacks, one that touches people and he'll never play football again. One's 50-year-old Joe Flacco. I mean, Kenny Pickett himself is in that quarterback room. It's like the same quarterback. Like, okay, can Shedeur at least be better than the comp? Can he be better than his comp? Yes, he is. Okay, send Kenny to fucking tape down the road for nothing, and we'll try to get back a 7th or something for him. Who knows? Fucking chip him down to fucking wherever, San Francisco. Pickett to me is the comp for him, but Shedeur should be better. And then they got, who else did they fucking got? Oh, Dylan Gabriel. They drafted a quarterback before Shedeur. So Cleveland, in a way, is like my honorable mention won the draft because they didn't buckle and take Shedeur early. They traded down. They got a really good pass or I think it's D tackle Mason Graham from Michigan. Great fucking player. And then just kind of filled in the rest of the roster with really talented fucking Dylan Gabriel was a troll to me. Like me coming out of college had the athletic build of Dylan Gabriel. So like again, I don't know how you pick that guy over Shedeur, but then you pick Shedeur again. Rob, it's like it was a total troll. It was a fucking troll show. And they like all were like, it's not gonna happen. Like we caught wind of them paying like the media to tell us that he was a top 3 pick and like should go high in the draft. And here's the thing. I mean, you probably know this, and if anyone doesn't, here's your revelation. You know, the higher you go in the first round of the draft, the more money you're guaranteed in the NFL. And if you get drafted in the second round, first round particular for quarterbacks, the team gets a 5th-year option, which is very important because after 4 years in the second round, you have to offer them a contract. But as a quarterback drafted in the first round, it's a 4 years with a 5th-year option for the team to either pay them what they've been paying him or pay him big bucks. And that's where all the quarterback contract, rookie contracts start, is if he's a first round quarterback or a second round quarterback. If you're past the second round, you're a backup your whole life. Like no one, you're fifth round quarterbacks oftentimes get cut in training camp.
You're coaching football in high school before the season starts.
You better learn real estate, kid.
Or your rap career better be good.
Yeah. He started rapping after he didn't get drafted. And I go, again, the teams are going to see this come back. And then he was like on a live stream. It's just ridiculous, man. Like someone had to have told him. No one wanted to tell like the camp. Another thing I learned about it, and I promise after this I will stop talking about Shedeur, is that they don't have an agent. So they didn't have anybody. Agents on draft day. Agents on draft day are very, very crucial. They're calling teams when you're dropping, like, hey, like, what's going on? We had a good meeting. Like, we got a good workout. Are you going to take my guy or what? You know, that's why when they're all like get drafted in the second, third round, they're like, yeah, I had a feeling that they liked me. They wanted me probably because they were talking to his fucking agent. Yep. If he's there at our third round or we'll have to trade up and get him, like, we're going to go for it. So not having an agent is bold for the Sanders camp, or was, because they didn't have any like they're probably calling other people that are media members because they're the ones getting fucking paid. Like, what's going on? Like, did you hear anything? Is anyone thinking about picking him? Like, what's going on? Where's the source? Like, well, the sources we're outside of the war room, and we don't have any sources in the war room because apparently in the war room no one fucking wants you. There was no agent calls. They couldn't call the teams.
Well, there was
maybe they were calling the teams. Well, there was the prank. What'd you think of the prank?
I thought it was hilarious, and I think it's fucking utter outrageousness that they're all coming out to apologize now. It's ridiculous. Nut up, you fucking pussies.
Do you know that there was a ton of
you guys are in your vagina?
There was a ton of other players who also got pranked.
Like, what the fuck?
So I think it was like a network of pranks, unless this one kid pranked all these other players. I don't know. Well, the main one is always the Shedeur, but it's like, you know, I see it from the side of the player, but again, like it's not necessarily something you sign up for. But yeah, you got pranked. Like, it sucks. You get over it. I mean, I don't actually think Shedeur gave a fuck. And he doesn't. Why? He doesn't seem to give a fuck about anything. So he probably thought it was funny. He'll make a rap song about it. He'll get a rap. He goes, "Yeah, you pranked me on the phone, but now I'm in Cleveland. Yeah, now I'm in Cleveland. Prank me on the phone. Yeah, does LeBron still play for the Cavs? Oh, it's Donovan Mitchell. Oh, they're up 60 points in the fourth quarter. Oh." It's more like Fitty.
Please stop.
Where's Fitty at? Okay, that's it. That's all I got for Shedeur Sanders mock rap. I've never listened to him once in my life, but besides that clip after he started fucking rapping when he wasn't drafted. Okay, winners and losers. Giants won. Here's another loser. Your Miami Dolphins.
Damn it.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So I liked the fact that they tried to like make a swing at, you know, not addressing the core problem, which is like their secondary. because I thought they were going to go with one of those.
What one of those?
I think. Hold on a second. I'm experiencing difficulties. Hold on. Might have to have you go solo for a second.
Oh Jesus!
I'm frozen.
You weren't frozen.
I know. Everything's frozen on my end. Give me a second here.
One.
All right, Riff. Do some ads real quick.
Ads? I ain't got no ads. What the fuck do you want me to do some ads? Zyn coffee, 6 milligram. Quit your smoking habit now. Although I did hear that nicotine is good for you now, so maybe don't. I don't know. Fuck it. We got Captain Morgan in the house. Labatt Blue always. Woo, Labatt Blue. If you need to sell your house, hit us up. We have a realtor on hand. Turks and Caicos. We can get you in contact. What else we got? 2026 open enrollment to the comp is probably going to. Hey, he's back. All right, cool.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
The fuck was that about?
I don't know. It was getting glitchy. It happens. Rumble Studio ain't the best. I couldn't hear you for a second. I mean, I could tell myself wasn't on my end. It was fucked up. What were we talking about?
Draft winners and losers. Miami Dolphins.
Ah, yes, Dolphins. Okay, so you guys did get a good player. It's the other kid from Michigan. I can't remember. Grant. Yeah, not Graham. Grant. There's two very close names. Kenneth Grant. Big ass fucking detail. I wanted the Bills to get him, and I thought at the time that the Miami Dolphins were literally selecting him for the sole purpose of the Bills not taking him at 30. Because that's where I thought he would have fallen to. Or if he was at 24 or 25. I thought you guys were going to go corner or safety, like a good one. He didn't. You got Kenneth Grant. And I was like, okay, so the Miami Dolphins are playing tic-tac-toe. Well, the rest of the league plays checkers. Because they're just like, I'm just going to move all the way up here and take the Kenneth Grant guy. So the Bills can't get him at 30. We took him at 13. And then they traded away a bunch of picks in the middle rounds to move up and get a guard. I mean, I know you need an offensive line, but an interior lineman giving up that much to not also get other picks in a weak draft, you need as many picks as possible. I love the fact that the Bills didn't give up too many. They moved up for a couple of guys, but
none of which were receivers.
No, we got a receiver in our 7th round. I'm glad you brought that up. Did you hear Brandon Bean call in to WGR?
No.
So he called into the show when they were critiquing the draft, and they were talking about how they didn't take a receiver.
Awesome.
They didn't take a receiver. He goes, "Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, it sounds like 2018 all over again, huh? Yeah, back when you guys were like, I shouldn't take Josh Allen. You guys want to Josh Rosen? Right, yeah. All you guys ever do is bitch about it. All you can't bitch about, I didn't get any receivers. Because why would we? Because we scored the most points last year. Regular season playoffs combined. What do you mean? Why would I need a receiver? You just torch them for 2 minutes straight. Call in the GM.
Awesome. That's
called
awesome.
into the show and goes, all you guys ever do is bitch. I loved it. I was like, dude. And I said, and I'll dip back to a winner or keep on a winner. Well, you had the Miami Dolphins losers. Bills were winners. I had them listed at 4 or 5. They weren't.
Imagine that.
But I didn't have them at the top. They weren't the best draft. I had them 4 or 5. And it was because they just took all defensive players. And then they first selected a tight end in the 5th or 6th round. 255 pounds. He was the number 1 blocking tight end in the draft. Yeah, he's coming in for power packages. He's coming in so Jimmy can cook. I was like, they're building, and what's not to like about Mad Max? Mad Max Harrison, their first pick. He was the fastest player at the combine, 4.28 speed. If you want to keep up with Xavier Worthy on the Chiefs, you want to keep up with the Cheetah or Jalen Waddle, like you got to get fast players. He's the fastest fucking cornerback coming out in a long time. He's fast. And you can see it because, like, I watched some of his tape and he'll make a mistake. Like, he'll get beat and then he'll turn around and literally run after where he has to be and get there in time to fucking make the play.
No
Like,
shit.
he's so fast that he can make up for mistakes that a receiver like cuts the other way. He's like, oh shit, turn around, swat it away. He's nasty. I'm so happy for him to be a Buffalo Bill. He seemed happy. Side note about Mad Max is he was at the draft in Green Bay. Thought they did a great job putting it together. Just gotta say, shout out Green Bay and Packers fans. That draft will one day be in Buffalo. It's perks of getting a new stadium. So where they set him up was right at the exit. So everybody who got drafted before him walked by him. And he literally he dapped up every single one. Every single time someone came by, he dapped him up. He's like, good shit, man. Good for you. Like, good shit, man. Like, eventually he was probably one of the few remaining there. And got picked to the Bills. He got his turn to go out there. So it's a good character guy. May have fucked up in college. He's another one who had a checkered past, but there's no criminal history of it. It's just a story. And the problem is there's a lot of it. And it's like, how much do you think is real or not? Like, if there's not serious concern, some of them, there's serious concern. Those are the players that the Ravens and the Chiefs draft. Look it up. Those guys have like court cases.
Oh, Jesus
So,
Christ.
like they literally have to have their NFL lawyers scope through this and was like, what's the risk? What's the reward? Well, it's a hell of a football player, but he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit human being. Andy Reid's like, I need a fucking cheeseburger.
Give me your nuggies.
Give me your nuggies and I'll think about it. All right, fucking draft him.
Oh shit.
Who's another loser? Who is another loser that I thought? All right, here I'm gonna go a little off script here.
Oh boy.
Two losers from the same region, different conferences, but similar teams. The Falcons and the Jags. Now, the Falcons, they go after players that they really need this year, so I can't really call them losers, but these are the ones that gave up a lot of draft capital to move up to get certain things. And I'll first start with the Falcons because they gave the worst draft trade. They traded up to get back into the first round, gave up their number one next year
Oh.
to get a second edge rusher. They already drafted one. Baffling. They're also the ones that paid Kirk Cousins a ton of fucking money and then drafted a quarterback last year. They do things a little differently in Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's about.
But
Whatever.
Pitts should fucking have a breakout year. Drake London's good. And if Penix gets a good run, they might be with the edge rush. They need it because they had absolutely no fucking pass rush last year. Yeah. I mean, but to me, the biggest trade up obviously was to get from 5 to 2 for the Jags to take Travis Hunter. And they gave up their first round pick next year to do it. So the Browns, mind you, are thinking to themselves, and why I would consider Browns winners. The Browns are sitting there thinking, everyone expects us to take Travis Hunter, and he might be a generational talent, but on the Browns, no one's that valuable to really change our franchise. And we hate all the quarterbacks. We hate them so much, we're going to take 2 that are bad and draft both of them in later rounds. But right now, we're going to get good players and draft capital for next year, which is a great quarterback draft. There's like 3 or 4 great quarterbacks coming out next year. The Browns are winners because they trolled everybody. And the Jags on the flip side are in the same boat in a way. It's like, dude, you guys just are. They have a 34-year-old GM, fucking old as me, and he plays Madden. He's like, I'm gonna trade up and get fucking Travis Hunter. We're gonna take Bayshaw Tootin in the third. I love that, by the way, because I love Bayshaw. Like all this like rapid like little. It's like it's literally me being a GM, like playing Madden. And is he going to change the franchise right away? Probably not. If they do, hats off to him. Trevor Lawrence, have fun with it. Maybe your boy Sunshine will get a sunshine, a career renaissance, as I like to say. He gets a career renaissance like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold did, career renaissance. And maybe that works out. But if it doesn't, the Cleveland Browns have like a very good first round pick next year and probably their own because they're going to suck. So they could take a quarterback and another great player next year. So I think they won the draft. They're playing the long game. Jags are playing. I'm playing Madden. I'm fucking playing right now. Fuck next year. I'm going to simulate next year. The new game's going to be out.
So Browns to the playoffs. All right.
Browns to the playoffs? Probably not. Probably not. By the way, Florida's going to win this one, go up 3-1 at home. They've been dominating this entire third period. If anyone hadn't watched the basketball game is still on too. It's 128-72. Thanks, Miami, for coming out. The play-in was a fun one for them. They got to get in. Can't wait to watch Tyler Hero next year. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be the 2 teams representing the NBA Finals this year.
Okay.
You heard that first from Johnny fucking Anchors. Fade Johnny.
With the emphasis on the fade.
Fade Johnny.
What we got left? UFC?
Yeah, I mean, we went through pretty much everything. So you didn't watch any of the drafts?
No.
Did you watch any of the rookies? I sent you tape. Let's say here's my rookie fantasy tip of the year, and then I'll get on to the UFC. Okay.
Okay.
Rookie fantasy tip. Compare the pre-draft rankings to the current draft rankings. And somewhere in the middle, that lie between is the truth. Because some players that fell would have fell for an obscure reason, but scouts and previous not media members, true scouts and people that do tape liked somebody. I ain't talking fucking Shedeur Sanders. I'm talking running backs, wide receivers. Now, there's a guy named Tesla. And you may think that's a good receiver because his name is fucking Tesla. And you'd be right. He ain't bad. But there was guys I had ranked that were way fucking lower at my board than the fantasy people's board or the people that do it for a living, Mel Kiper, these fucking people. Media members suck at this. The people who watch the tape are good at this. And if you find the people who watch the tape, you don't have to watch it because they'll fucking show you the shit you need to see. And then you decide from there. Like Bayshaw Tootin. Do you remember the name Bayshaw Tootin? Because he was Mr. Irrelevant in one of my dynasty leagues that we draft before the fucking NFL draft. I got Luther Burden. He went to the Bears. Sucks. That's another fucking loser. They didn't address any needs on defense. They just got a tight end and a receiver. They have 4 receivers and 2 tight ends. There's 1 football and 6 guys who want it. How does that win you football games? It's okay. Caleb will paint his nails. Everything will be fine. So that's where he went. Sucks. Mason, this never came out. Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's son.
Oh.
Who, by the way, Jason Taylor.
Is he defensive end?
Yeah, defensive end for Miami.
No, I'm saying, is Mason a defensive end?
No, he's a tight end. You remember Zach Thomas?
Yeah.
Linebacker?
Yeah.
Zach Thomas's sister married Jason Taylor.
Holy fuck.
And that's their kid. He's a tight end.
What's his name?
Do you know where he went?
Where'd he go?
The goddamn Jets.
Oh, Jesus.
We both hate that. I wanted him to go to Miami. I was like, he has to go to Miami. They got to take him.
Yeah,
they didn't.
Why wouldn't
they passed, and then I think the Jets got him like the 3rd. He's going to be a fucking beast.
Why would you not?
He has a Hall of Fame father and a Hall of Fame uncle. And it's come on. I'm pissed. The goddamn Jets got him. They might be good. Notice I didn't rate the Jets losers. Want to know another winner real quick before we get on to the fighting?
Sure.
The New England Patriots.
Okay.
The New England Patriots went out and got Travion Henderson, who is the third best running back in this draft. And there's really only three good ones. Ashton Genty, who's kind of in a class of his own, Amarian Hampton, who's right there, and then Travion Henderson. After watching a ton of running back fucking tape, I have determined that those three guys are destined to have successful careers no matter where they go. And Genty, for sure. Amarian Hampton went to the Chargers. Like I told you earlier, it's a great fit. They're going to have a disgusting offense and probably poach the Chiefs for their division, which would be fucking incredible. You imagine if the Chiefs had the Chiefs division with Ashton Genty going to the Oakland Raiders, as well as I believe Jack Besh, who was one of my favorite receivers, white ass receiver, should be a tight end, but incredible hands, incredible shiftiness, always gets open. He's like the always open but huge. Jack Besh, another name to look at on the Raiders. They're gonna have Brock Bowers, Besh, and Ashton Genty in the backfield with Geno Smith as the quarterback and Pete Carroll coaching the defense. And you look at the division that the Denver Broncos made the playoffs last year and scored a touchdown against us to start the game, and we played fucking Freebird and scored 31 unanswered. But they made the playoffs. That was the Broncos. The Chiefs division is really good. And the Chiefs didn't really do shit. They got an offensive lineman in the first round. Like, good offensive lineman. They got the best one. It fell to them. I don't know how they get away with it. I don't know how they keep getting away with this.
They get the refs.
Yeah, they got the refs, but they also got the best offensive tackle, in my opinion. I don't know why the Patriots were so obsessed with the tackle. But anyways, the Patriots got Travion Henderson, Kyle Williams. Watch out for this name. Kyle Williams, receiver. Beast. Loved his tape. He was ranked so low on Mel Kiper, so low on all these media members. But the scouts who watched the tape had him top 10, 5 or 6 best receiver. And so did the NFL scouts. Because he went way higher than all the other guys that were listed higher from the media members over the guys who watch tape. Just find the guys who watch tape, watch their rankings, and they will literally tell you who is the best player in a draft. The media won't. They're liars. They're being paid.
It's mass.
They're being paid by the agents. They're being paid by their fathers. They're being paid by fucking everybody to lie to you.
Yes.
And the people who are on YouTube that just run YouTube channels and watch tape, they're like, these are the best receivers. This is who you should watch. And they will be. So that's all I'll say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
This will be a short episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good. It's Monday night.
It's a Monday night quickie.
Monday night quickie. All right.
I'm working on my marriage.
So UFC, that's where we're going.
Yes, let's fight some bitches.
So we have an interesting time for UFC as the deadline for ESPN and for the negotiations between ESPN and UFC have now come to a close. And now it is going to the open. So
ESPN isn't paying for shit. They're paying for hockey. Paying for basketball. No baseball and now no UFC.
I don't know, man. But that means that the upcoming International Fight Week card at the end of June needs to be spectacular and do a massive amount of ratings in order to get top dollar from a Netflix or an Amazon Prime or something like that. So my prediction for the International Fight Week fight.
Yeah.
John Jones versus Tom Aspinall for the unification of the heavyweight title. It is not confirmed. It is not even really talked about.
This is just your theory.
This is just my theory because he needs.
I love these from you.
He needs a stellar fucking card. And
Sure.
the other one that's going to be on there, because we're going to have 2 championships fights on this card because it needs to be stellar. So the next one that's going to be on is Ilya Tapura versus Islam Makhachev, which is Ilya Tapura's first lightweight bout right to a championship bout. And he's going to
That doesn't
absolutely...
seem like the right... Why?
Because Islam's already beaten everybody.
Okay.
So there's really no
Just
other...
straight to it. It doesn't matter. There's no other contender that needs to go through to get to
Ilya,
that point.
And Ilya Tapura vacated the, I think that was bantamweight title, because he couldn't make the weight anymore. So it wasn't really because he didn't beat the guy. He beat everybody getting up to the belt. He got the belt, defended the belt, and then said, "Listen, I'm sick of fucking cutting this amount of weight, so I'm just going to go up a weight class." So,
well, you know what they say.
He's already proven himself that he is a title contender fighter. So, what do they say?
You don't weigh in, you don't wrestle.
Yeah, well,
but that to me is the skipping of it all is fine for the legends.
I
Like,
think
make the big fight. To me, it's just like, make the big fights happen. Do whatever you have to do to just make the big fights happen. Fuck weighing it. Fuck it all. Just let them fight. I mean, I know you have to weigh in. Just like,
I think there should be more weight classes. I think we are getting a little stimpy on the weight classes of only having, what is there, 9 or 10? I think we need a little bit more. But
you're really in between it. Like, how many pounds are in between each weight class, though? I feel like it's pretty. It varies. Okay, so there's kind of a whatever scale.
Yeah, I mean, it goes from 171. Goes from 171 to 189 to 215.
Wow, Dallas already scored. Fucking 20 seconds into the game. Holy shit! Wow. Okay. I don't have a first goal scorer for Dallas.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna have one for fucking Colorado. They're out.
But yeah, I think that John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is the fight to make. And I think that you need a stellar card, so you need something else to really pack a punch, which would be the Islam Makhachev versus Ilya Tapura.
Yes. So that's a fight that I would watch.
Yeah, that should be a fight that everybody watches.
That brings in the casuals like me, and
If,
obviously the crazies like you and the Swigs and Chugs. Like you get, that's like an all timer.
Well, I mean, and then you
that's a party. That's worth a party, I think.
And then you bring in the fact that you got John Jones, the guy from the old gang, if you will. I fucking hate the guy, but he is part of the old regime, and he is one of the last surviving members of the old regime because the old regime is now old. He's not that old. He probably could go for a couple more years, but he's not gonna. And I think once he loses the belt to Tom Aspinall, then it'll be donezo for him.
Yeah.
He has nobody else to fight. I mean, if Pereira beat who do you lose to? Ankalaev. If Pereira beats Ankalaev, then he can go back to lightweight, or Pereira can move up to heavyweight, and you have a monster fight. Get it.
Yeah.
But you lost.
I gotta be honest. I think that one of my bets that I keep leading on for my basketball truthers is deceased from that game. I don't think Donovan Mitchell played at all in the second half, so he definitely didn't get 20 points. Sorry, chat. Anyways, the fight to me is the Makhachev fight. Like that's a throw a party fight. Now, to me, the UFC has some gotta watch fights, like gotta get this card, but who cares? There's some that are like, this is a party. So if you get a good headline, like, main event like that, you gotta have the rest of the card be banging. So that's why it'd be worth the party.
And then you throw on the undercard. You throw in like a tie to Ivasa to get everybody's juice
the shoeys, hopefully he wins.
Going. You get a Derek Lewis. My balls are hot.
Get in the bangers. Well, who's the guy? Who's the wrestler for the? He's a big redhead. Fucking he's got the great name. Fuck am I talking about? He was a wrestler. Bo
Nickel. He's coming up soon.
Nickel.
I think Bo Nickel's on the next card, so he won't be able to fight in that card.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I love me some Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel's good. You could get fucking bring Sugar Sean in. Like, come bring in these people. Like, bring in the top showstoppers to make people want to buy it, and make it a. So the problem with
party card.
The
It's gonna be
problem with
a
making
party card.
The problem with making it a party card, though, is you only get one UFC buy for 15 people now.
How did they know there's only 15 people watching?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Is there AI behind it? Be like,
I mean, technically,
no, you have to agree. You're only watching this with 15 people. So to me, that means that they're not doing it at bars. They won't allow bars and restaurants to put it on. That sucks for them. That's like known for a bar to do it. They'll find a way around it.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure
But
as long as you buy the pay-per-view, how would they fucking know?
Yeah, they'll find a way around it. But like to me, that's the rules. Like, what are you gonna have the UFC police come to my house and count names of heads? Like, there's about 25 people here. I believe you have disobeyed the rules of 15 only. That to me is to get people because a lot of people will go out to watch the fights at a bar, restaurant, like especially big cities. They probably have UFC fucking bars.
Go out all the time
because it's not, again, for the casual, regular sports on TV. I know it's on TV.
Yeah.
But like the big cards are known for Saturday night fights, and that's what you do on Saturday night. It's either at the house party you're at or it's at the bar you're at. If it's not, it's not. I can't watch it. Sorry. They didn't have it. But like the showstoppers where it's like, we're going to throw a fucking party for this card.
Yeah.
Like it's a big fight whether the fight's good or not, it's a good party.
No matter what, we should
it's
get going for International Fight Week. I think it's the last weekend of June.
We'll do something. We'll throw a pot on there. We'll get all the fighting guys on there. We'll get dare I say that guy and Chugs in the same room.
Oh shit. Yes, let's go.
Oh, it's fucking International Fight Week, bitch.
And I'm gonna steal
Let's settle this once and for all. Let's literally do it. I'm gonna coin this as promised on the fucking pod that we're gonna get that guy and the Chugs Swigs brothers in the same place for International Fight Week.
And I'm gonna steal that Toshiba TV and mount it on the wall.
Please do. It's right there.
That's not the Toshiba one. It's the other one.
That's not. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I like that one though.
Yeah, that one's mine.
Oh, that I'm watching.
Yes, the one you're watching is mine. The one that is mounted on your wall.
Oh, not that one or that one? No. There's 3 in here.
No, it's that one. That one.
Oh,
it's the nice one. The one with the Fire Stick built in. Yeah, that'd be mine.
I love the remote too. It's so easy.
I'm gonna mount it on the wall.
Into one.
I'm gonna mount it on the wall in the studio.
So I will allow it. Remember the chair that you have. Do you still use that chair, by the way? The chair we gave you?
Right now it is I do still use it, yes, but right now it is storage.
But that chair was this chair.
I love that.
The chair. It's a great chair.
To love that chair.
It's when you get the studio expansion.
Yes.
The chair could come back and it could have a prominent spot of being a guest chair because it's a good guest chair. It pulls all the way back out, It's a pull out.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, the chair pulls out, but I don't.
Exhibit A's upstairs.
Still sleeping, I hope. Haven't got a text yet.
But yeah, I see good things coming from UFC. Watch ESPN drop all of their coverage for UFC. Sports commentator.
I think they're hemorrhaging money.
Will not.
They had the ESPN had a raw. The ESPN had a raw deal. They waste money on the NBA every single year because no one watches it during the regular season. And like to pay for hockey is probably not that much. But what they pay the NBA in TV deals like loses people's jobs that have been an ESPN reporter for 20 years. There's so many, the list of names goes on forever, and they'll just go to or they'll start their own podcast or whatever, because the name is the name. Yeah. People will follow the name. These people that they fucking hire now at ESPN are a fucking joke. Like, the big names coming off of the fact that the NBA deal was so bad, they had to get rid of baseball. Well, there eliminates a bunch of your fucking baseball personnel because you no longer have the sport on your network.
Yeah.
What are you going to pay analysts for? They'll have a couple, but it's like it's awkward. Like, we don't even cover it, but we'll have baseball tonight. Like, so they get rid of that. Now they're getting rid of UFC. Like, that's a stupid one to me. Like, if you're going to keep one or the other, you keep UFC. You don't keep baseball. Sure, if you're going to cut costs, like it just makes you think like how bad is it? They'll drop the NHL whenever that contract's up. They'll just be the basketball channel.
They will
be the basketball channel.
They'll be NBA. That's what they will be.
They'll be the NBA. They'll basically be a TMZ.
I want to know
a channel E.
I would like to know, how is it that the NBA players are like the most played or most paid athletes when nobody watches anything of what they do?
So again, it's the revenue generated from
what?
the sport.
From what?
It's,
the
here's the other thing. They have the smallest. Well, they have the smallest roster.
Yeah, that's
like football, 53-man roster. That's just starting. You're paying all the other guys, practice squad, other guys, healthy scratches. Hockey, you got maybe 23, 24 guys, and you're also paying other guys who are in the minors. Baseball's got a 40-man roster. Basketball's got 12. 12 very high-paid individuals who run in a very the smallest of the playing surfaces, might I add. And they're just big. They're just big human beings.
Nephilim.
You and I ain't playing fucking. You and I, yeah. Ding. You and I ain't basketball players, but if we really try hard enough, you could be a football player. I could have been a hockey player. We trained hard enough back in the day, or a wrestler or whatever. We ain't basketball players.
No,
just weren't born to be them. You look. I mean, like I said, you look at hockey. You see guys my size, 5'8", 5'9". Not a lot, but they're there.
Missing a
fucking football players now, and you look at they'll say hockey goalies. Hockey goalies have evolved to now become just lanky 6'5" Norwegians, or Scandinavians, I should say, from Finland and Sweden, and they're just goalies. They all
last name Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, UPL. Just say UPL. If you can't pronounce it, say UPL. He's Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And Linus Ullmark, he Ottawa Senators goalie now. They're probably going to get bounced tomorrow. The Leafs are good this year. I think the Leafs could make a run. We'll see. They can get past the Southern teams. The Southern teams are really, really fucking good. But you talk about the goalie evolution. It started with just the fact that your snap, the quick reflexes, you're crazy. Goalies are all a little nuts. And now you mix in a little bit of European into them and then make them 6'5". It's like they just genetically created the perfect hockey goaltender, and they get bigger pads because they're bigger. So they have this just massive pads. You're a smaller goalie like Devin Levi, who is now in the minors, hopefully going to win a Calder Cup with the Rochester Americans. He's smaller because he's good, but and at the end of the day, just look at who he's going up against in the league. They're just bigger. They do the same things he does, but then he's got bigger pads. They take up more space, and as a goalie, that's pretty advantageous. So that's the evolution of the goalie, and you could say in other sports and positions, left tackle in football. Left tackle is the most important position on the offensive line because you're predominantly protecting the blind side of the quarterback. You essentially have to be like 6'5", 6'6" to play the position, and you have to be fast on your feet, and you got to be able to balance. And they only make so many of those guys in the world that can do that. So when they're talking about drafting all these offensive tackles, there's a reason, because there's only so many of these guys that fucking exist and that can do it good.
Yeah.
Most important position in football is the quarterback. Second most position, left tackle. I swear to that. Fuck your defense in today's NFL. You probably have a great pass rush. That's maybe most important position on defense. Edge rush. That's your third most important position in today's NFL is your edge rusher. And can that guy just get home every single fucking time and cause havoc?
That's really
for the quarterback. For the quarterback. And then the other two most important positions, I don't give a fuck. Josh Allen proved he doesn't need a number one receiver. He's a great quarterback. Spencer Brown is developing into a great, it's Deion Dawkins. Deion Dawkins, best left tackle in the AFC East. We always talk about his split. Do we ever talk about his split?
What?
You know what I'm talking about? The offensive line split. You played line, didn't you?
Yeah.
The split on the left tackle from the rest of the line.
Okay.
So the wider you get, the less leverage that edge rusher has because he can. His role as an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Doesn't go inside too much, and they teach moves, whatever. Deion Dawkins takes the biggest split in the league. Takes like a full yard and a half off the fucking rest of the line.
Jesus.
And just goes, come beat me. Snowplow. Snowplow.
Snowplow.
Fucking love that, man. Shows up to the NFL awards shirtless with a suit coat. Just from Buffalo. How we doing? Snowplow here. Snowplow's here.
Oh, Jesus.
I will send you a video after this of Brian Baldinger. If anyone's listening at this point of the fucking podcast, look up Brian Baldinger. Baldy breakdowns. I'm talking to you, BHFF. Baldy breakdowns. He did some for the draft too. Actually, he did a couple. He was like, "Hey, this guy's got a stud. Look at his college tape." He loves doing line. Like he'll show other positions, but for the most part, he's great at offensive and defensive line breakdowns. He loves Deion Dawkins. He's like, "Look at this split. Biggest split in the league. He's just gonna go like this. He's just gonna put him down like a washing machine. Just put him over. No problem. 10-yard gain. Let's get Josh Allen's drop back right here. Here comes the snowplow. Perfect technique. Look at this technique. I mean, I can't believe you want to go to a school. Take a big split like Dawkins.
Take a look at Sean Dolak. They're off the ball inside linebacker right here. Unreal production. Whether it's that interception right there or his ability to cover
that UB
elite receiver.
I think that's UB
because you got to when you're the will linebacker. Like they went to Missouri, right? There they are in Columbia, Missouri, and there's Luther Burden in the slot. Maybe the best slot receiver in this whole draft. He's right there on him. He ain't getting away from Dolak. Nobody gets away from him. Like whatever it is, he's asked to cover elite receivers.
I literally think this is a UB linebacker he's talking about here. Yep.
Some Broncos. Let's watch the Bills here against the Broncos, right? You got a little motion. There's Gilliam at fullback. Here comes the cyborg on the pull. Gilliam kicks out on Benito. And here we go. Dawkins on a double against Zach Allen. And Cook lowers the shoulder. And here comes Doc, the Godfather, carrying him across the finish line here.
The Godfather.
That Bills logo in the middle of the field.
Here
comes the line. There's Edwards.
I was there.
And McGovern.
I watched that live.
Pushing.
That was awesome.
We're like, take as many yards as they can. Push them across the goal line. It's awesome. Look at all the boys in front.
Look at all the boys.
Line. Get the job done up front.
I love our offensive
200
line.
yards in this game.
There's Spencer Brown, 79, big
right
man.
There. Double bicep pose. That's beautiful football. Dawson Knox. And look at the fans. They're loving it up there in Bill's Mafia world.
What the fuck?
That's Baldy's breakdown, man. You gotta watch that, man. You'll get smarter at football. You will,
debates
though.
To
what the fuck?
Baldy's breakdowns. That was great. I haven't seen that one actually. That's the first time I watched that one. That was fun. I would have one request. We'll talk a little longer. We might as well. We always do this. We put a time limit on ourselves and then we just keep going. Of one more beverage. Call it an evening. Do we do a comp update or do we just?
Oh, we could do a comp update. Hang on.
We didn't talk golf.
No, we did not talk.
We never had the Scrambler join us.
No.
You watched the Masters though.
Nope.
You didn't watch the Masters at all?
No.
Pretty sure when I was with you that weekend, we watched the Masters. Did we not?
Maybe on Saturday.
Okay. Well, the grandest theater of them all played out for everyone to watch at Augusta. I had at that time Johnny Ankers, Bryson DeChambeau to win the Masters, plus 1,900, I believe. Correct?
Something like that. Yeah, it was a big one.
I have money on it. Most money I put on a golf bet in years. I had a hundo.
Why would you
on
do
Bryson DeChambeau? Because I was that confident. And he had it going into the final round. He was close. He had an unbelievable putt end of round 3 on 18. Got himself within a shot of Rory on Sunday, and it was the final pairing. I'm like, yes. So my biggest fucking golf enemy, Rory McIlroy, going against fucking Bryson, YouTube DeChambeau, who people hate him, people love him. I love him.
You just want me to do
money on him
because of where I'm at.
What's that?
You just want me to do an update because of where I'm at.
That's not true. I wanted you to do an update because of where I'm at.
Number two,
this point of the season is a great spot to be.
That's not bad.
Leads in sight. Hemi Butler's going to get me there. And I actually don't think I would pass him with the 600 bet, but I'd get a lot closer.
Yeah, you will. You will. You'll pass him.
I usually look at it to see where we are.
So right now,
I need to pass.
The leaderboard is number one is Scrotts at 9360. That's 9,360 points.
He hits volume bets. Who's he betting? I haven't really gone back and looked. Who's he hitting on? Golf?
He's hitting golf. He's hitting a lot of things, actually. It's just very small numbers.
So he's going quantity over the big boys. Okay. And he's hitting like 300s, 200s.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're not that. Some of them are low, not like your old man.
No. But he did hit a plus 2,200, which got him the good chunk, and then he's just been coasting pretty much.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Scrambler for hitting a plus 2,200 bet.
Fucking asshole. All right, then we got number two is your boy Johnny Ankers at 9,110 points.
So I'm within 500 ish.
You're within 250 points.
Math. That's easy money.
Then we got number three is Silent Partner with 7,690.
There's a fall off there.
Oh, it gets worse.
There's tears. There's
then
tears to this shit.
Four is That Guy with 6,829 points.
So that's still second tier. I would still consider that second tier of the league.
Number five is The Old Man at 6,510 points.
Still right within that second tier. He's probably the end of the second tier.
I think you got one more of number six for Graz with 6,410 points.
Oh, yep. Still in the tier.
And number seven, Bissig with 5,214 points.
Beginning of the third tier. Yep.
Number eight is Wingman with 4,905 points.
Mm-hmm.
Number nine, recently up from the bottom, Scrambler with 4,390 points.
Made it into that third tier. That's impressive out of the Scrambler after a really tough start to the year.
Oh, man.
He's going to hit him, man. He's going to hit him, and there's going to be more. Not going to like it.
Number 10 is Turks and Caicos at 4,063 points.
Still rightly within that third tier.
And then at the bottom of the list, number 11 is your boy, Bijafef, with 3,285 points.
Are you in a tier alone?
Yeah. Yep, I am.
So you know what's crazy,
though? is I have the same amount of bets hit as SP, who's in third. Ain't that some bullshit?
Gotta take bigger bets.
I have one less bet than you.
You have one less bet hit than me.
Yes.
I try to tell you people, there's only one way to play it. Big swings. Tonight's not even that big of a swing. Wow, Golden State's up 13-2 early. Haven't seen Hemi. Let's see. I just fucking started and it's already. I'm confused. I thought I was waiting for this game to start, and it's already like halfway through the fourth.
What?
I've been paying attention, I guess. I don't know.
First, maybe.
Been talking to you. Yeah. So there's some tears to this thing, but I will say this: it's been a much smoother operation in year 2 under your control, and obviously much smoother than year 1 under mine. But how do you feel about the fact that through now nearly 4 complete months of the season, that's a third of the year, the champ is well behind?
I am not fearful at all, to be honest.
Love it. Love the attitude.
I kind of love being the
year is young.
The year is young. I didn't hit my stride till this fucking week last year.
Ooh, he's on a rise.
When I hit Mystic Dan as the Kentucky Derby winner last year is when I really just fucking took off.
We have an extra bet this week for the Derby, right?
For the Derby. And guess what? I already have my fucking pick.
Okay, let's hit it. This is how we close the show. You're not giving the pick?
Not giving you my pick.
Oh, you're going to do it right before?
Right before.
Okay.
Right before the Derby.
I'm going to look at the names and pick it out immediately.
I might actually do it on Friday because I don't want the odds to drop, but
was it the name that did it, or you have a source?
Of course, it's a fucking name.
It's the name. Okay, I can figure it out.
Dan, fucking last year, like there's no.
I will take a look at the list, and I bet you within 2 tries I get it.
100%.
Okay, can you list the names?
No, let me look it up.
I will say this. So going to a horse race is great. Swigs is trying to convince us to go to Toga this year for the Belmont. Because the Belmont's in Toga. We went 2017, I think it was, 2018. It was the year that Justify won the Triple Crown. We were there when he won the Triple Crown. And it was fucking wild. You know, we spent all day at this racetrack from 10 o'clock in the morning, and the main race isn't until like 6:40. We went through some shit that day, and we had to eat. Like, remember, it was like 4:30-ish, and we're like, we need to eat some fucking food. We downed some Long Island fucking hot dogs, and then got back out to our spot, and there was a concert waiting for us, and it was what was it? Third Eye Blind.
Oh shit!
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. We were right there next to it. They play, "Will I graduate? Can I get my punk ass off the street?" Oh, it was fun. But when it happens, like right before the big race, everybody rushes into the grandstands, and there's like 100,000 people all around you. And it's just pulsating when this horse it led the whole time. Like the whole time, the crowd's like, "Go, go!" And you see, whatever it is, 11 horses covered in mud and 1 horse and jockey completely uncovered. That's a winning horse.
What the fuck's going on with it? Why can't I get any fucking stats on this shit?
Or just the names. Is there the names right there?
Yeah, so Kentucky Derby horses is Burnham Square, Sandman, Journalism, Rodriguez, Citizen Bull, Admire Daytona. What just happened?
There you go. You're back. Yep.
Luxor Cafe,
Flying Mohawk. Huh.
East Avenue, American Promise, Publisher, Tistastic, Render Judgment, Co-Battle. Damn it. Sovereignty.
There's a lot of horses. Some of these are going to drop out.
Oh, yeah. Clunk of Gold.
Owen the Almighty.
Final Gambit. Neo Equios. Grande.
Okay, give me 3. There's a lot of horses in here. Give me 3 guesses.
Okay.
I'm going to throw Sandman in there.
Nope.
I'm going to okay, that's wrong. American Promise.
Nope.
I got 1 left. East Avenue hits close to home. That's not what I'm going to say, though. Flying Mohawk.
Nope.
Fuck. Well, I'm taking Tistastic.
You got to take Tistastic.
I'm taking Tistastic.
That is also not my horse.
Ridden by Joel Rosario. Another horse to consider. That's just, they're in the race. Considered a contender. Publisher. Okay. Publisher. Who's the favorite? Probably at the top.
Hang on. Let's do betting.
Want to take a piss while you do this? Still hear me pissing out the side of my garage door here. We're live in the home of the Anchors.
Journalism is a 3-1 favorite.
Okay. And they just couldn't get a win the last few years, so they decided to name a horse after it.
Right now,
they say journalism is dead, but would you beat that dead horse? Sorry. I couldn't help myself. There's got to be a pun in there somewhere.
Tistastic is a 20-1 long shot.
I'm taking him right now.
What is that? Plus
consider that my bet for the Kentucky Derby.
Well, you got to put it in the chat.
Tistastic, 20-1 odds.
What is that plus 2,000?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 2,000 free points right there for Tistastic winning it. So you had Mystic Dan. What was he last year? He was like 4,000.
No, he was actually 18-1, but he was my lock.
Oh, so you got 3,600.
3,600.
But okay, so this year it's not a lock because everyone gets you can take one as your lock, but everyone gets a free bet for the Derby.
One. Yep. So you technically could take 2 bets for the Derby.
Yeah, as long as it's not the same bet.
5 bets for the Derby or 6 because there is an extra bet.
Yeah.
So you could take all 6. You could take 6 horses in the Derby.
That's not a bad way to look at it.
Yeah.
If you don't hit one of your 6 bets for the Derby, you're a fucking pleb.
My horse is a 30-1. So
I'll look it up tonight. So should we close her out, or what do you think?
Yeah, sure. I got my shot poured. You got your shot poured?
Not yet. Let me give it a shot, Porski. This bottle is kicked after the shot.
Bissig got his eyes on Tistastic as well. So
he texted me. He just texted me. Shout out Biz for being the one still listening. You're the fucking man. Okay, maybe we don't close out just yet and take a shot. Biz, go grab yourself some fucking tequila or whatever the hell you want to drink for us tonight and take a shot with us. Let us know when you got it poured. But you're the only one still listening. We appreciate you.
You want me to take my fucking horse bet now? I'll take it at 30-1. It's not going to get better than 30-1.
I'm taking Tizzy. I'm taking the Tizster.
You want to know mine?
Baby. What's yours? What is it?
Render Judgment.
Render Judgment. So that was a sleeper of my names that I had in there. I really thought I had American Promise. Then you're like, I haven't promised shit.
That's
all
the promises that have been promised.
All your promises that you thought you were getting with your fucking ticket. Nah.
That hasn't been punched.
Throw them out.
Yeah, fuck you.
Throw them out.
We got his Golf of America. God damn it! What the fuck?
All we got is golf on Fridays. The Friday Golf Club. Free plug. Beautiful shirt that Bear got me recently. I can't wait to golf with the Biz Nasty again. He's showed me some things. Shout out Biz in the chat for shooting a 40 in 9 holes in work boots.
Nice.
Went out there. He thought it was going to be muddy, and he was like, I ain't wasting my fucking golf shoes. I'm not getting them fucked up. So he wore his work boots, Went work right after we golfed 9 holes at about 7 in the morning. Temperature close to about 39 degrees, which is what I thought he was going to shoot that day. But he missed a putt. I didn't give it to him. It was like 5 feet, maybe 6. We didn't give it to him because we know he always hits those putts, and he didn't make it. So if we were nicer people, he would have shot a 39. So for that, I feel bad for the man. So thanks for hanging out with in the chat. He shot a 39 in work boots.
I heard I hit a par on Sunday. Par 3.
Atta boy. That's right. You did golf with your old man. How'd that go?
It was not bad. I mean, I hit a lot of trees, but I hit a par on that par 3.
Yeah, getting on a par 3. That's impressive.
Par 3, yeah.
A par 3 really a par and a 3 is great for your card because it's the lowest one to get to par. It's always like when you have a par 5, you're like, all right, I got a decent amount of shots to kind of get close. You can easily get an 8 on a fucking par 5. But if you don't double a par 3, a bogey is fine. No bogey golfers like us, but like get a par and a par 3, that keeps the score low.
Yeah. Well,
that's a good.
I need to get out more. I need to get out more is my problem.
Yeah, because you golf one of the courses we golf on Lima.
Well, let's fucking go. Why haven't we golfed yet?
You telling me, man? I've golfed twice this year.
I've golfed once.
I went to the range again today. I went to the range, hit balls. I go to the range a lot, at least once, twice a week. But in terms of actually getting out into the course, it's a little difficult. Gets harder and harder.
Wednesday night, let's go.
Wednesday night we have golf league.
Thursday night,
if you want. Wednesday night I have golf league.
Friday night, let's go.
Wednesday night I have golf league. You only get so many cards a week, BFF.
So you're going out Wednesday and that's it?
Yeah. When the fuck else am I going to be able to do it?
I don't know.
To see Shane Gillis on Friday or Saturday. That's why I remembered. I was like talking to him today. I was like, oh, that's right. Going to see Shane on Saturday in fucking good old Buffalo.
All right, he's got his fireball. Let's go.
You got a fireball? Nice. I love it. Biz, you're the man. Can't wait to golf with you Wednesday. We should just get BJF into the league. He's harmless. We'll make him an Omega?
Sure.
Can't remember. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's like the gambling competition. Cheers to this shit.
Fuck.
Me? I'm considered what is a beta. So I'm not quite on the alpha tier for the league. Biz is an alpha. Me and one other member, Slee Daddy.
Hit me up, bro. I want to get out so much.
Betas. He's a good one to probably get out to
he
go.
Says he'll get out anytime, anywhere. So fucking let's go.
All he said he wants to do this summer is drinking golf. So
fucking A.
If you want to go drinking golf, hit up Biz. We also have to get Biz on the pod. And you know what? Fuck it. Traveling pod on the course. Let's make a movie out of it.
Let's make a DeChambeau fucking pod. Let's go.
Let's make a fucking golf pod. We'll bring the cameras out with us. We'll have the things mounted on the fucking carts. And then we'll aim it over there when it's time for someone to take a shot.
Yeah. I'm down.
We'll be taking shots. This is something. This is something we should think about. We're trying to expand the brand. I also told Biz, and I'm curious if he's still in the chat, what he thinks about him and his old lady doing a movie podcast through the Leaving Earth brand. So they have a movie theater in their basement, and they also watch a lot of movies, a lot of shows.
So do I. What would?
Well, it's their thing. It's their show.
I watch a lot of movies too, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, they need a producer, so
hey, I'll do that. Whatever.
You are the producer. You would have to, haul the equipment there for the show in the theater because you got to do it in the theater.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of it. They'd have I told them they'd do the best movie you'd seen recently, most binge-worthy show, and then an all-time movie classic everyone's got to watch. And then they burn. They'll drink, pour a glass of wine, sit there, have a couple blunts and wine, talk movies and shows for like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the theater while there's like a classic movie. That's the thing. The classic movie is on.
Yeah.
while you do the pod.
Of course.
And then you talk about recent movies and recent shows while it's happening. Like, oh, love this scene. Whenever just sits there for like 2 minutes. You're like, oh yeah, that's great. So there you go, Biz. That was my idea for that pod. Is you do it in the theater,
And
couple
he's in.
blunts, some wine. He's in.
He's immediately in.
I'll run the show. BJ produces. You guys are the stars.
There you go.
I don't even want to be on. I don't even want to be on. I just want you guys to do it. I'll just say, hey, let me know when to book our man BJFF, and we'll get you guys your own podcast to the Leaving Earth Network. So why we started it, man. It's a company. It's not just a podcast.
Nope,
it's a full on
brand.
That
also
animated series is coming out at some point. The golf pod will do.
We need to get Scrambler, Bissig, and us two, and the foursome will just go out and golf.
Oh, that would be so much fun. I think the teams that have to be you and Scrambler.
I think so.
And me
or me and Bissig, because from what he sounds like.
Well, they're equal. I think Biz is better.
So yeah, it's probably better.
The thing is, me and the Scrambler are natural born enemies. So we operate. The content would be way better if we weren't on the same team. Let's just be honest.
I think.
And me and Biz are two-time Gentlemen's League champions. How are you going to split us up? Scrambler, you and Scrambler would have.
Exact fact is how I'm going to split you up. Exact fact is how I'm going to.
It will all be tiered. It'll all be tiered. Your handicap will help you because your handicap against me and Biz's handicap will help you. We'll give you strokes, or we'll make the competition fair. Let's put it that way. Like, you'll be in a different tier than everybody else. They'll be in their own top tier. I'll be somewhere in the middle, and then you'll be, the bottom tier. But like, the way that you play is that if you get a par on a par 3, that nets birdie. So you get a birdie on that hole, you win that hole. Like, that's how you even up a golf competition between different levels of skill.
So what happens if Bissig birdies that par 3?
You tie.
Okay, so what the fuck?
It's hard. Ask him. It's tough to birdie anything.
I get you.
Think of it this way: you par a par 5, that's a birdie. You par a par 4, that's a birdie. Like, if you par, that's a birdie. One of us would then have to birdie, or we're not winning the hole. If you get a par, you pretty much win the hole. And Scrambler's good. He golfs more than anybody. He's definitely the one that golfs the most. I wouldn't say, him and Busy are pretty close in skill level. I ain't gonna trash my partner on here, but they both shot the same score last Wednesday. And wasn't good at scores, but they'll get better as the year goes on. I could shoot that score. No big deal. I probably wouldn't have in the moment, but I have shot that score.
How'd you do that? How'd you do in that qualifier?
92. 40 on the front. We'll talk about the back. To be fair,
that's a.
I shot a 10. I shot a 10 on the last hole. On 18, I shot a 10 on a par 5. It was a joke. It was total fail. Like, I kept it together for the most part for 17 holes, and then whatever that is, pentupled the fucking last hole. Like, and it was like the putt for 9 was like 3 feet. Missed that. It's like, get me off of this hole. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Great time. I held it together on the front from the fact that I birdied a par 5, hitting a putt off the green like 35 feet. Hit the putt. Bang. I birdied 11, I think it was, which was a long par 3, especially from the tips, because in this type of tournament, you play from the tips. And they're like, that's one of the best shots. That's probably for the day, because it hit, again, probably 35-ish, 30 feet away, just at the edge of the green, downhill, right to left break, and it just hit the perfect spot, perfect speed, hit the putt. And they're like, dude, like, a birdie on this hole today would have probably been a skin. Like this was one of the hardest holes is that par 3, at least to me. And then I followed it up, I think, with a double. I hit it into the sand, hit a horrible shot. I got it out of the sand in one try, which is a miracle for me. I got it out of the sand and then 2-putted or 3-putted, whatever. The next hole, I think I bogeyed. And then I hit the worst shot, which really kind of destroyed the round. This is when I was starting to feel the effects of the marijuana I smoked on 12. In a regular golf tournament. The caddy that was with us got me. He had to walk the whole day except in between holes. I know I was talking to you about this. So like he's just like I do have some weed. I don't know if I was gonna smoke it or not. He's like, you do? It's like, I don't, you probably shouldn't, but like I will. It's like, well, I'm gonna hit my fucking weed and I'm not gonna smoke it. So we're gonna smoke it together. And the shot was a par 3, which is normally from where we play. Like even like the blues or the whites, 130, 140 yards, not even like probably like 120. It's a short pitching wedge. 9-iron if you can't hit the ball. Where they play from the tips is further back, and it's a very small green that's sloped. So if you miss one way or the other, you're going down. And my shot was hooked right into the tree that's like to the right of it. I just sliced the shit out of it. Lands in between 2 trees. There's the green and then the bunker in between. So all I was looking to do was just chip it or like punch it low to get like in front of the green. So that way, even if I missed, I could at least like chip up or putt up from the front of the green and, bogey or double or whatever. I think I used the wrong club and just hit it straight directly up into the tree and straight back down. And the 2 golfers I was playing with who were real golfers, one guy shot a 75.
Nice.
They just like they were good guys all day because I was playing good. And they were like, like I told them from the start, I go, just make sure I don't do anything stupid. Like if I'm doing the wrong thing at any time, tell me because I've never done this before. First time ever in a legitimate tournament. And so I get back there, I chip it back over. I do what I thought I wanted to do the first time. The second time, get a triple, 6 on a par 3. Get to the next hole. I'm like, oh, there's only so many holes left. Probably bogeyed and then, whatever, the next hole. And then the last hole, I hit a really good shot on 17. And then the last hole, I'm like, all right, I'm not making the cut. Let's be real. I never thought I would. Let's just not embarrass myself out here. I'm done. It's like, I've lost, I think, 0 balls all day at that point. Play with the same ball the whole front 9. Same thing, just, this is the biggest part. Actually, no, I lied. I lost the ball on 10. I drive on 10. I lost, and I had to go back and re-tee 3 from the tee. Talk about a kick in the nuts. They're like, we're going to find it. We're going to find that ball. Drove all the way down there. We're like, can't find it. I go, told you. It fucking rolled into that little shit retention pond. Go all the way back up to the tee, hit again. Probably like doubled or tripled that one. Everything's real golf. There's no gimmies.
Yeah.
There's no, just pick it up and play the next hole. So the last hole,
guys.
The last hole, I didn't do this all day. I snap hooked it back into basically where the 10th hole green was. And we were an early team out or early threesome out. So we were like the 3rd or 4th group. There's like another group coming in, and I landed it right next to the fucking green where they were standing. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm on 18. Chip it up. Oop, we lost Beachafeth. I'll tell you the rest of the story. Chip it up. Now I'm laying 3. Beachafeth's back. I chipped it up the hill. It's like an uphill shot from where that green is. And now I'm laying 3. My 3rd shot goes directly into the houses in the neighborhood to the right. Actually, I take that back. My 3rd shot went up into the fairway. My 4th shot went directly into that person's yard that you can already found. So I go, I'll play 6 from here. I'm still in the fairway. 6 up short, 7 long, 8 putt within 3 feet, and then 9 missed the 3-foot putt. That's how you get to a 10 on the final hole of the RDGA qualifier.
Oh shit!
I'll never forget that sequence of events. This funny thing is, I could hardly ever remember what I did 3 days ago, but I can remember golf rounds that I had well over almost a year ago. Selective memory.
So you didn't make the cut?
No, I missed the cut, but I didn't finish last. That was my biggest goal, was to not finish last in the tournament, and I succeeded in that. But my biggest regret was when I got back home, because I took the day off of work. It's a Monday, and my tee time was 7:20, so I got done at about 11. Had a hot dog and a beer at the clubhouse after I finished. I was gonna wait for Scrots, because Scrots played in that tournament too. He fared better than I did, but he also didn't make the cut. He had a nightmare hole similar to me where he got like a 9. It's just, you're in your own, like, you're all by yourself out there. It's crazy. It's like you're not amongst friends. It's a actual fucking competition. Don't smoke weed. That's all I can say. I took the Adderall to start the round. I shot a 40. I started smoking weed, shot a 52. It's no mystery to how that happened. It's the certain type of drugs at the certain time. Don't smoke weed, do Adderall. Okay, there's my speech.
Oh, Jesus.
The craziest part, though, is after I was done, I get back home, and again, my grandparents were there. They were visiting, I believe, the baby. And they were like, "Hey, how'd it go?" My gramps, big influence of why I golf, is pretty much all from my grandfather. And he was like, "How'd you do?" Like, "Well, shot 40 on the front, I was feeling good, and kind of fell apart in a couple holes in the back, just lost the momentum, ended up shooting a 92. But, like, I was like happy. I was like, shot 92 though, like, just not that horrible." It's like, 92. You're better than that. Like, am I? Am I amateur golfer better than that, Pops? The older generations, the grandfathers these days are too nice. The grandfathers of our days are real grandfathers.
Oh yeah.
They're disappointed in you.
Oh yeah.
They'll support you, but
Yeah.
they'll still be like, you could have done better.
They'll support you, but you better give it all you fucking got. Otherwise, they don't give a fuck.
Well, I left out the part about when I smoked pot with the fucking caddy, but he probably would have assumed that anyways. My grandmother does call me Jordan Spleef. Shot.
Nice. All right.
Let's wrap this shit up. We already
Yeah,
did a
let's
shot.
fucking get a shot.
You're the man.
You're not doing a shot?
Already did mine. I already did mine. Do another one? I ran out. The Whitney bottle's gone. We killed it. Me and my 38 personalities killed it.
Well, thank you for coming along on this Mortal Sportsman.
Always a pleasure. We thought we were going to end it about an hour ago, but
totally.
that's how it happens.
Whatever.
That's how it works.
BJFF and
Johnny motherfucking Anchors. Follow at Johnny_Anchors on X.
At BJFF on X.
Take it the fuck easy.
Peace.